Thank you for coming to iHire for expert advice on resume writing. My name is Natalie Urquhart, and I am a certified advanced resume writer. Today, we will be going over the basics and best practices for expertly formatting your resume in Microsoft Word. At the end of this webinar, you will be able to clean up your resume and utilize the proper strategies to increase your document's chances of maintaining your desired design when uploaded to a job board, emailed to an employer, or opened within a program other than the word processor you have. By using clean formatting techniques, you can better avoid spacing and alignment errors. These strategies can also be applied to all other documents you create in Microsoft Word as well. The formatting paintbrush and show buttons shown here are what I consider to be two key formatting time savers. I will show examples of how to use these tools later in the webinar. However, note that both are located in the Home toolbar. When choosing fonts to use on your resume, be sure to use a typeface that is universally accepted. Here is a list of common fonts that translate well online and between Mac and PC programs. They are also pleasing to the eye and easy to read both printed and on screen. A critical error we often see in resumes is the use of a header to display contact information. It may be helpful in keeping your contact information intact. However, most online converters will not translate the content in a header. And without contact information on your resume, your chances of landing an interview are slim to none. We advise using headers only on the second page of your resume, and be sure your name is in the first line of the document. Here is how to take your contact information out of a header. First, double-click inside the header area, select your information, copy it, and then delete it. Next, double-click back inside the document body, paste your information in, and now your name is on the first line of the resume. Microsoft Word offers many design tools. However, most are not ideal for HTML conversion or compatible with all programs. This doesn't mean you have to sacrifice design and creativity. For example, Word's tables and borders tools are great alternatives for adding visual elements to your document. Use these instead of drawing shapes or inserting text boxes. For example, suppose you want to change this summary and skills section into a side-by-side design like what Ashley Fremont uses here. The Table tool allows you to do this pretty easily. Go up to Insert, Table, and select 2 rows. Copy the summary and paste it into the left square. Then copy your skills and paste them into the right square. You'll need to make some adjustments, such as alignment and adding bullets. However, the overall look is achieved pretty easily without complicated text boxes or columns. Next, we'll go over how to use Word's Borders tool to add lines or boxes to your resume. Suppose you want to add a line around professional highlights here to separate the sections visually. Go up to the Borders and Shading tool, and here you can select the style, the color, and the width of the border you want, and also the location by clicking around the sides or the top. Now you have a border above and below professional highlights. If you want to change it, go back into the tool, select the line you want, and click over the areas you want the border to appear. Next, we'll go over tab stops. Setting tab stops is critical to ensure your content is aligned correctly and consistently. A common mistake is to hit the spacebar repeatedly to make things line up. This does not translate well into HTML and is very difficult if you want to edit content later. The 4 most commonly used tab stops are left, right, center, and decimal. Here is how we'll use tab stops to align the dates along the right side of the resume. Now it looks like the dates are lined up correctly on this document. However, if we go up to the Show button, you can see all the extra spaces and tabs used to make the dates line up the way we want them. And this causes issues if you want to make edits. As you can see here, by deleting this content, the dates shift. So here's how you want to use tab stops instead. First, select all the extra tabs and spaces and delete them. Next, put your cursor on the line you want the tab stop to be, and find the tab you want in the menu, and in this case, we want the right one. Go up to the ruler and put it where you want it, go back to the line, and by hitting tab once, you can see the date is aligned exactly where it needs to be. In addition to using too many tabs and spaces, hitting enter repeatedly to create space is not the best strategy. Instead, use Word's paragraph spacing tool to set your spacing exactly how you want it for both paragraphs and bulleted lists. You can then use the formatting brush to apply similar spacing to other parts of your resume with just a few clicks. Here is how we can use the paragraph spacing tool for both a bulleted list and a paragraph. So let's make this list here bulleted. We'll select the style we want. And now if we want to add space in between, hitting enter will actually create more bullets, which we don't want. So instead, use the paragraph spacing tool. Select the content, go up to the tool up here, and then click line spacing options. And then the after space, we can select the size we want. In just a few clicks, all of that content is spaced consistently. Now suppose we want to add a small space after the job title line here. We can hit enter and adjust the font size, but that's cumbersome to work with. So go to line spacing options. In this case, we'll enter a 3-point space, and then we're done. To apply that same spacing to Sales Manager below, put the cursor in front of the content you want to mimic, click Format Painter, and brush over the content you want to adjust. Now let's add a bigger space underneath this paragraph, in which case we'll do a 12. And just like that, the spacing is intact. I hope you have found this webinar informative and will be able to apply these strategies to improve the format and design of your resume. If you're interested in professional assistance, iHire offers a variety of options, including a formatting service. Please contact one of our resume analysts at the number on the screen, or log into your iHire account and go to the Resume Writing tab. For more helpful tips on resume writing, check out my blog at www.resumewriternatalie.wordpress.com.